Awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, what's up, Hilo News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things. And today is no different. I'm so excited to have my next guest on. I know I say that all the time, but I'm really excited this time because I really have a really special guest on. We go way back. He's doing amazing things in business. He's helped me even recently to get some things done. So I feel like this conversation is going to be so needed because he's going to be dropping gems on things that you need to know about to boss up, especially with it being Black Business Month. So without further ado, I would love to bring to the show Matthew A. Pigatt. Hey, what's up, Matt?
I'm loving life. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm happy to see that intro and the growth of this platform, man. You've been doing your things, man. That's what I'm talking about. Get it, girl.
I appreciate that. You know, I can see you backstage and I saw you like nod your head. I was like, oh, Matt, like the intro. I
love it. Yeah. Stepped it up, man. I love it. I love it.
Yo, that's what's up. And you've definitely been there like since the beginning, like especially the early days of Hilo, been an early supporter. Mm-hmm. So for me to have this conversation with you is like long overdue, but definitely wanted to have it. So thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure for inviting me, man. We love to be here and to support always.
Of course. And, you know, we're talking about Black Business Month, and you have a few things going on with the Chamber and partnership with MDEAT. And so we're going to be talking about that stuff. But before we even get into it, I want the audience, and just in case they've been under a rock, they don't know who Matthew Pigatt is, I want them to know who you are and why you have this pedigree and you can speak on authority on, especially on Black businesses in South Florida. So tell us a little bit about your background, like in your career and like how you got into this work.
Awesome. Appreciate that. I'm a young man born and raised here in South Florida. Graduated. Actually, I walked across the Northwestern stage in my mama's stomach when she dropped across that stage. So born and raised here. Actually, was born on Florida Memorial campus. So this has always been home for me. And I had opportunity to go away to college at Morehouse. That completely changed my life. Before then, I was a young man, juvenile delinquent, facing felony charges, 2.1 GPA in high school. Wow. And going to Morehouse gave me that opportunity to see the power of Black folks when they get established and they make some money and they get educated. And from there, I've always been dedicated to empowering the community. So when I came back home back in 2011, after being gone away, I was just very engaged in community organizing. And that led me to taking action in my city, the city of Opa-locka, becoming commissioner, then mayor, making some moves there. I was also at Florida Memorial University over the scholarships. And while I was in politics, I had an opportunity to come to Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. One of the biggest things I'm real big on is building our Black community. And there's 5 pillars when it comes to the community. You have your education, the foundation. That's why I'm real big with the academic hustle and the HBCU picnic. Then you have the politics and making sure you understand government, how government works. You have social events that brings us the community together, and that's the HBCU picnic, things of that nature. Then you have the media and also our business community. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to get a very clear understanding of Black business. So why not work for the largest, oldest Black business institution in Miami-Dade County? So I've been here since I've been in politics. It's been a while. People don't realize that when I was mayor, I also had a full-time job. So this is my full-time job. So yeah, this is a great part to be a part of really building Black economic power here in South Florida.
That's what's up. And a lot of people don't realize, like you said, like, especially local politics, they're not doing this full time. Like, that's not their job. A lot of people have to sustain their families. And so to do that work and have full-time jobs, I don't think they understand, like, how much goes into that. So thank you for, sharing that and giving that insight, because people be thinking, oh, they just sitting on a dais and they're just making laws or whatever, making rules, and that's all they do. Like, no, like imagine doing that and then having to go home and raise a family or take care of your bills and household. People don't understand, especially locally. So
exactly. Yeah. I got mouth to feed. I got 4 kids and the wife I got to take care of.
Family too.
It's happening.
No, and I remember your early days when you were launching your campaign for commissioner, and like just all of the support and just making sure, like, to me it was a breath of fresh air, you being like that new wave, millennial wave of people in politics. But I really love the role that you're playing now too, because it's kind of like you saw from politics, like, okay, well, this is what really moved the levers. And honestly, the business community has a lot to do with what happens in local policy. So for you to be in this role now with the chamber and like helping businesses grow and scale, and even we were talking offline, like you said, you made some millionaires. I'm hoping I'm next in line for that bag. So Matt, like, let me know, like, no, let me know what I need to do, coach, put me in the game. No, but real talk, I want to give you your flowers, and I haven't even announced this publicly, but it was because of you. I applied for the Miami Foundation's Open for Business grant, and we were awarded, and we got, that's our grant that we just recently were awarded. And I wouldn't have done it had I not seen you at the chamber event where, I know you were behind the team, and so grateful to the team over there at the chamber who honored me in April. But just us having that sidebar conversation and you telling me what I needed to do, like, and I took your word and did it, and it paid off. So definitely, guys, like, that's that guy. Like, you need to you need to be listening and taking notes of this interview. So I just wanted to thank you publicly. But I saw we were doing the interview, I was like, yeah, I gotta let Matt know what was up.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. And you know what? Tell me about your role with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. Like, what is it that you do with them?
So I'm the director of small business and membership services at the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. So I'm the point person for all of our new members, our trustee members, to really guide them and orient them on the benefits, creating connections, making referrals, and helping them to leverage Miami and the chamber. And then on the other hand, over the business services, we have 4 technical assistance programs that is funded by the Miami-Dade County, the SBA through FIU, Small Business Development Center, Career Source, and the Miami Foundation, where we provide free, no-cost, one-on-one technical assistance to small businesses located in Miami. So we work with a little over 100, 200 businesses a year, where we really provide them workshops, we one-on-ones, we have a small business meetup. So I coordinate and manage those programs.
That's what's up. And you're doing an amazing job over there. And it goes to show, like, what we're here to talk about too today, these events that you have going on. As we all know, August is Black-owned Business Month, and we're celebrating and highlighting those businesses. People are doing it across the country. And here in Miami-Dade County, we have a lot of celebrations and a lot of events there to amplify Black-owned businesses. So tell me about the 2 events that the Chamber is doing in partnership with the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust. I always have to take my time with that, MD. But tell us about those events.
So we got to give a hats off to the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust and the team there, well, led by Mr. Bill Diggs, William Diggs, and also Zachary Rinkin, Sheila, and a few others that are there. They've been really pushing the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, which is a county institution dedicated to the economic development of the Black community. And last year, they launched their Black Business Month program. And this year, they decided to partner with Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce to really develop a series of events in partnership, not only with Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, but with the Black Professional Network, the Greater Miami Visitors Bureau, Career Source, a few others that have come together to really showcase and create events around Black business development. So we at the Chamber, knowing our unique position as being the oldest, largest institution dedicated to development of Black businesses, we wanted to showcase the success stories. So we've have quite a few businesses that have scaled to multi-million-dollar institutions on both the nonprofit and business side. And we wanted to bring them together to tell their story and also recognize up and coming business owners and nonprofit leaders. So those are the two main events that we have coming up, and we're really excited just to hear from the wisdom of these business owners. And I know we'll talk more about the people on those particular panels.
Yeah. And, I think that's amazing that the chamber is doing this work and you're highlighting it, but also too is motivation. Even I was telling you offline, like that's motivation for me to keep going and keep doing this work, because it's attainable, and making a bag, as we say, is something that's really doable. We just got to make sure we have certain things in place. And I feel like the chamber is really a key place for us to learn how to do that. Let's talk about like each event. The one that's coming up first on the 15th, that one is to highlight the nonprofit businesses that have touched $1 million, correct?
Yes. So that's a nonprofit that's at Florida Memorial University. And one of the reasons why we have it at Florida Memorial University, because Florida Memorial is one of the oldest, most well-established Black nonprofits in Miami-Dade County. It has touched the lives of literally thousands of people locally. It has produced many of the top leaders. I think 3 out of the 7 on the Miami Gardens Commission is Florida Memorial alumni. And it's a HBCU. So we have Dr. Hardrick, who's been leading that institution for the past few years. He is going to be on a panel and also host, so people can understand what it means to manage a multi-million-dollar nonprofit. You have hundreds of employees, you have millions of dollars coming in. It takes a certain level of leadership to manage something of that nature. So we wanted to bring together some of those key institutions. We also have Dr. Willie Logan, who is the president and CEO of the 10 North Group, formerly known as the Opa-locka CDC. And he is amazing because he is one of few that for literally decades, he scaled the Opa-locka CDC, now called the 10 North Group, to one of the most well-established Black nonprofits in Miami-Dade County, that has expanded to not only provide social services to the local community, food drives, technology, information, and also housing and affordable housing. So it's amazing to see the work that he did, going from being in politics to running a nonprofit. And then we have Miss Niesman, who's the president and CEO of the Jesse Trice Community Health System. And with that institution, that's been a pillar in Miami for so long. You go everywhere, Jesse Trice and the services they provide, and to really make sure that we have health, well-being, mental health services to people that can't afford it. So the Jesse Trice Center is a under-recognized institution in our community that's just been amazing. And the newest person on the block, but has a legacy that's been going on for many, many years, is Ms. Lucia Davis Rayford, who is the president and CEO of the Carrie P. Meek Foundation. And for those that know, Carrie P. Meek was one of the first Black congresswomen from out of South Florida that literally laid the foundation for interest in the politics. She is one of the creators of what we know of a hospice, and she's done so many things. And the foundation just came about in the past few years, and they've scaled and grown. So now that they are providing grants to communities with the concentration of Opa-locka, Miami-Dade County, to really help community organizations be able to scale and grow. So it's really exciting to be a part. They also help with that deal with Amazon facility in Miami-Dade County. So it's really amazing to have such a distinguished group of panelists on board to share their stories and their leadership.
And that's an amazing cast right there, and people are going to learn a lot from that panel discussion. What can people expect when they attend that event on the 15th?
Oh, you're going to hear some of the most well-established Black leaders in Miami-Dade County dropping jewels on how you can develop and scale your nonprofits to make an impact on the community. You're going to be blown away. A lot of us don't really take the time to really see what these institutions do and hear from the leaders of it. So now you get to see from the people at the top where they see the impact that they've made, how they've made that impact, what's their vision for the coming years, and how they have contributed to the infrastructure of Black Miami. And you get to hear straight from them, along with their personal challenges and growth in leadership.
Is that a free event, and is it open to the public?
Completely free and open. And that's why we encourage you to sign up ASAP and MD Eventbrite, because it's going to be a very powerful moment. And you'll also network with other nonprofits, because that's what the chamber is about. We're about bringing business owners together so that they can network and connect with each other. And this is going to be an event where a lot of the up and coming nonprofits will be there to connect. Like, we are awarding Be Strong, Michelle Shirley of Be Strong, and also, I guess I shouldn't have said that, huh? And a few others. I guess I should tell it who got the awards yet, huh? That's hilarious. But there's some others that have been amazing here locally.
Hilarious. Well, so congratulations to the honorees. Oh, and everybody, let's make sure we register, especially if you're in that nonprofit space. Like, this seems like an amazing place to get like all the jewels that you need to scale and grow your nonprofit. And just switching gears to your other event that you're doing later this month, tell us about that one as well.
All right. So the other one is about $1 million business owners. We want you to understand the pathway to prosperity. So a lot of us, our business, Miami is one of the top Black communities in the nation for starting Black businesses. What we need to focus on is not just starting them, but scaling them to where they can take care of ourselves and our families and become institutions in our communities. So that's what we specialize in with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. So we are excited to have these institutions that are here that have literally built multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm starting with Mr. William Berry, who has built a janitorial service business that has secured multi-million-dollar contracts with Miami-Dade County, Miami-Dade Public Schools. He literally recently bought a chemical manufacturing company and is making his own chemicals. Have hundreds of employees right there in Liberty City, right off of 79th and 12th. And he's been a low-key pillar that last year was recognized as the largest private employer of Black folks in Miami-Dade County. The man is just amazing, and he's building a family business that he's passing on to his children. And I give my hats off to Mr. Berry, because he's just amazing, like amazing.
Yeah.
Then we have Miss Ann McNeil, who is probably one of the foremost Black women in construction in the nation.
Really?
She started the, I think it's National Women in Construction organization as all across the nation. She also spearheaded the mentor protege model, which pairs more well-established businesses with younger businesses and contracting opportunities with Jackson and also Miami-Dade County. And she's a dynamic speaker. She's worked on multi-billion-dollar contracts. She is over our construction committee, has been on the board for the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Ann McNeil is just amazing. She teaches at Florida Memorial University. Like, that lady is just amazing. And she's really big.
Like a superhero.
She's on that Think and Grow Rich. Like, she's big on Think and Grow Rich masterminds. You talk to her, she's gonna tell you, make sure you invest in that stock market. She is a dynamic, amazing woman. So hats off to Miss Ann McNeil.
I gotta meet her.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. And then we have Clint Gully, who has a family business that's been his father started a franchise business with McDonald's. So he owns several McDonald's in South Dade. I think he may have owned the one off of 62nd on I-95. I don't know if he still do. but he owns several McDonald's. He's a McDonald's franchisee. So a lot of people don't realize, yes, it's a black-owned McDonald's in our communities. And now he's been into real estate investing, and also he has a new venture where he's opening up laundromats. So
Nice.
Clint is an amazing man. His father, and they come from a family. He got a son, so the third. So it's always part. Clint is just an amazing brother. Him, his father, his son, all of them. So he's going to be on the panel, and then we have Jessica Mockins, and she's probably the newest person on this panel that has been really amazing in the community, and she owns one of the fastest growing marketing companies in South Florida that specializes in marketing to the Black community. And she has done it all from government contracting, working with the NFL, working, and has her own show that she's doing. She's produced multiple documentaries on Richmond Heights. Her family has been in Richmond Heights for a while. So she's also a historian there, telling the story of Richmond Heights and also the HBCU experience. Proud North Carolina A&T grad. And so Jessica has really developed and scaled, and she's touched so many businesses, so many people here in Miami-Dade County, and she's worked on campaigns. She's very dynamic. So all four of these panelists have really scaled and grown their businesses to multi-million-dollar enterprises, and it was going to be moderated by Commissioner Danielle Cohen-Higgins. And so we were really excited about this panel and dropping those jewels.
Man, this is like an all-star lineup. Like, really, I'm almost like, what do I need to do, like, to meet everybody? I have met, like, I know Jessica Mockton. She's a friend of the show. Definitely have done business with Jessica. She's that girl when it comes to that. Like, she's a team player. I really appreciate that about her. And I've met the guy who owns the McDonald's, but those other two, Barry and Ann, I'm like, I need to meet them. This seems like an event, like, especially like you said, like the nonprofit side, like if you're in that lane, go to that. Like this, if you have a for-profit business, if you're like looking to scale, like this seems like that room that you need to be in. Like what can people expect when they attend this event? Like what will be some of the highlights, besides this amazing panel?
Yeah, you're going to hear from people. Like these are people with families that were here, born and raised here in South Florida, that had an idea and wanted to grow it into something that can sustain themselves in their community. Each one of them are significant contributors to the community in their involvements, from being involved with the links to donating to their pillars. So you're going to see how these people have made those connections, how HBCUs are connected, how local organizations are connected, how they're all chamber members. You're going to see how they have grown, the struggles they've had to overcome, because people think that this stuff is like, business is hard. The business ain't no joke. It is no joke. And they got some stories. Like they got some stories. I personally know all of them, and they got some stories, man. They got some stories.
Those stories, especially as an entrepreneur, and like hearing that you're not alone, or hearing how to overcome something that maybe you can, avoid a pitfall, like that stuff is so valuable. So is that also too the intention behind this panel as well?
Yeah, we want to bring the people that have done it in front of everybody so that you can hear and learn from them. Like our goal is to develop Black economic power here in Miami-Dade County. So how do you do that without knowing the people that have done it? And the fastest way to do anything is to role model those who've done it. Learn from their mistakes, learn from their jewels, and implement it with your own personal strengths and talents. So we bring these people in front of everyone so that you can see them, you can recognize them, you know their names, you know their faces, because too many times we don't see that. I know growing up, I didn't know that there were Black multimillionaires locally here, owning multi-million-dollar businesses.
Yeah.
And then to see the diversity from those owning McDonald's, like you can go to McDonald's all the time, to those that actually build the apartments and schools that we go to those that clean those schools or market those schools. So to see that, it's just, it blows you away. So we want to showcase them so that we can have more people become inspired and hopefully start businesses and become members of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, and that's like the perfect segue. And I owe y'all some money for my membership. So just this is me putting myself accountable right on camera, so everybody can hold me accountable. But it's something that I am going to join like ASAP, and I want to talk to you about that as well, because to me this is part of the programming and what makes the chamber so special. And the chamber has been aggressive in terms of like community engagement, technical assistance, and helping members access capital. How can corporations and nonprofits benefit from a chamber membership?
So I got to give my hats off to our president, Eric Knowles, who has been
Yes.
the chamber president for many, many years and has really led this institution, organization, to be able to provide these type of resources. Our technical assistance program have scaled, quadrupled, and our membership. So the main benefit of being part of the chamber is a few things. Number one, we are the number one source for all grants, opportunities, contracts directed at Black and minority people, period. When there's a business that want to provide an opportunity, a contract to Black business, they come to us. If there's a grant or a loan that the county or foundation, they're coming to us. So we are like a clearinghouse for all these opportunities and resources. And we share that with our members. So you get first access to these opportunities and understand this stuff. So that's number one. Second is the networking and referrals. As I just mentioned, we're very connected in this community, very, very connected in this community. And these are people that you can also connect with. So we have a lot of networking events, networking opportunities to help you be around other business owners so you don't feel alone. A lot of times when we're in this entrepreneurship hustle, it's a lonely hustle because you boss, you accountant, you producer, you creator, and it's all consuming. So, and then the fires and things that happen is consuming. So to be around others that are going through that opportunity helps you to learn and grow. And then there are contracts and opportunities that come about when you are connecting. So we're big on referrals. So those are the three main benefits of membership: is that clearinghouse of resources and opportunities. So our members get more grants and loans and access to all those things than any other institution. We help more Black business than any other institution in Miami-Dade County. Two, a great source for networking opportunities so you can grow and develop and scale your business. And then three, those referrals so that you get more business, and you get also access to those technical assistance services if you know about those things. And that's another division of the chamber that doesn't require membership. So not everything requires membership in the chamber, and actually majority of our services don't require membership, but we enjoy those that do take advantage.
Or you're getting to the point where you can grow, where you can afford the membership as well.
Exactly.
Man, this is amazing, and the work that you guys are doing is definitely commendable, and I appreciate you for taking time to break that down, because sometimes people don't understand like what a chamber is and like why I should be a part of this. So I'm glad that you're like, look, let me tell y'all what it is and why you need to be a part of this. So definitely any businesses, nonprofits, for-profits, you need to be a member of the chamber. Oh, also I wanted to ask you, is it open to people in the Tri-County area? Like if you're in Palm Beach or Broward, could you still be a member of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce?
Of course. So it's completely open. The only thing that requires being in Miami-Dade County is our technical assistance services. We are funded, like I said, by the SBA, Miami-Dade County, and Miami Foundation to help businesses located in Miami-Dade County. And that is separate and apart from membership. So you don't have to be a member. That's as long as you have a business registered in Miami-Dade County, we can help you by providing free technical assistance to get your back end in order. And that's the biggest problem that most business owners have, is that back end. making sure you're very clear about your monthly revenue goals, your products and services, having a game plan to market those products and services to consistently bring in the revenue you need to put food on your table, uh, literally gas in your tank and a roof over your head. That's
Yeah.
important. And so we got to be clear about what it takes to get to that point to where your business can do that. And then make sure that you are in a position to access capital. All these grants and all these loans and these contracts and government contracts, they require you to have a certain things in place.
Mhm.
Your taxes, to your financial projections, your profit and loss statements, bank statements, business plan, certifications, and license. These things need to be in place. So we walk business owners step by step through that process, and that's completely free and no cost.
Man, that's amazing. This is some really good services, and just being an entrepreneur, like I know like how valuable that stuff is. So people, if you're hearing this, if you didn't know about the chamber, if you've been under a rock, like this is definitely information that you need to have, and make sure you're being a part of it, or just even tapping in. Like if you want to get your feet wet, like Matt said, everything isn't a cost. Like you could just go to an event or go to a meetup and just see what it's about before you dive in with the membership. But it's definitely something that is of value. It wasn't, crazy expensive. So that's why I was like, I need to join and be a part of it, because what you gain is invaluable. If it's going to make you be a millionaire like the rest of these chamber members, that little membership fee is nothing. Okay.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
Matt, before I let you go, I want you to plug, the events again, just to give everybody, the information on when it's happening and where it's happening. And then also to let them know how they could follow you, how they could follow the chamber, and just stay connected with what you're going on. So we'll start with the event that's coming up first. And we can talk about that one.
So the number one source, if you want to make sure you're in the know about all of our chamber events, not only can you scan that QR code that you see there, but you can go to our website, www.m-dcc.org, and you can go to our events tab or /events, and you'll see all these opportunities that are uploaded. And the second area you want to go to is the MDEAT Eventbrite page, and they'll list all the events that we have for Black Business Month. So those are the two sources to identify. But visit our website, www.m-dcc.org. Go to our events, go to our services, and you'll be completely connected. You can find our social media on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. Go to our website. You can get direct access to those links. And and also me. You can schedule time with me. So you see the Miami-Dade Chamber Instagram, and you also have a membership. There we go. That's small business, $275. Small business membership. We make it affordable so that you know what's going on, and hopefully you will scale and grow from there. So check out the website, tap into the events page at the top, and then you will see our technical assistance page too, where you can schedule a one-on-one call with me. That small business meetup is probably the most powerful event that we do. Every Tuesday at 4:00 on Zoom. We started this when the pandemic hit. We were on Zoom every single day. And we helped to share the resources that were available. Our members were the first ones to get PPP, EIDL, St. Thomas grant, Comcast grant, Verizon grant, because we brought the directors, the people who made the decision on that call. When the Miami Foundation released that money, they come to us. When MD released their money, they come to us. So that small business meetup is your one-stop source. It's completely free and open to attend. I host it every Tuesday at 4:00, and you will see not only do we bring in speakers, but then we talk. Like last week, we had a conversation about, we asked the group, how do you follow up after networking? Or how do you deal with a disgruntled employee? And we have business owners literally sharing their wisdom and their knowledge. So definitely check out our events page, and you will see quite a few of our events, from 5K walk to our golf classic to our upcoming community partnered events that are up there. So we have quite a few things that are available. And then I will encourage you to go to our technical assistance page, our services tab, and that's where you can actually learn about the technical assistance that we have and schedule a time. So we have 2 technical assistant providers, myself and Gino Ocello, who runs our SBA program. And you can go in and literally right at the bottom of this page, click to schedule a time to meet with us. It's that easy, completely free, no cost, and you can get your answers. So if there are 2 things I would advise folks, or 3 things I would advise people to do, number 1, go to the events page, check out the upcoming events we have for Black Business Month with our $1 million nonprofits and businesses. 2, sign up for our small business meetup on Tuesdays at 4:00. And then 3, schedule time for us to connect one-on-one and see how we can help.
Love it, Matt. And if you was looking at the screen, I was navigating the website as Matt was talking, just to kind of give you a visual of it. But like you said, he gave you all the information of the Miami-Dade Chamber website. So you'll be able to get all that information. And we'll be putting up an article as well with different links in, so people could get to the pages easy as well. Matt, if people want to connect with you personally, how can they connect with you on social media?
Facebook, my name, Matthew Pigatt. Instagram, I'm not too much engaged on social media as I probably should. I do run the HBCU scholarship community. That's what I'm actually engaged in quite a bit. But yeah, I'm not too much engaged on social media. I probably may one day step that up.
I get your, and ironically, when you do make your announcements, like when the HBCU picnic was coming up and things like that, and academic hustle, so I'll see that stuff from time to time. So I guess if people want to see like all the things that you are connected to, like that may be a good, place to start with following you.
True. Very true. Very true.
Man, Matt, is there anything else that you want to share before I let you go?
Just a shout out to you, and really being able to spearhead this hyper local news. Like, we need it, we appreciate it, we thank you. Continue to shine and blossom, and we look forward to being a part of your journey and your growth. Like, you are a product of South Florida, Miami, and we appreciate the work that you've been doing to really scale this business and tell our stories. So thank you for being who you are.
Thank you, Matt. That means a lot coming from you. Like, you have no idea. Like, I feel like it's a community of millennials. Like, we all kind of started back in like that 2015, 16 area, like just trying to get our foot in the ground. And we all just kind of been helping each other. I wouldn't even say like we're all the best of friends. We see each other every day. But if I get a call from you or certain people like a Kanasha or Nisha or Munch or, God bless the dead, Danny, Agnew, like those are certain calls. Like, we were there to help each other. So to see you in your space and just the respect that you have for me, it means a lot. And I feel like the future of Miami-Dade County is going to be, secured, especially with our involvement as Black people, because of people like us who are like collabing and helping each other get to that point. So thank you for the kind words, but thank you for what you're doing too.
Respect. Thank you for having me. And shout out to MDEAT and Zach and the whole team over there, Bill Diggs, for creating this opportunity for us to connect.
Yes, definitely. Got to give a shout out to MD for all that they're doing. Like you said, amazing organization, guys. There'll be like I said, an article on the website with links to everything that Matt said, and so you get information on these events and to connect with the chamber. While you're there, sign up for our email newsletter. Follow us on all the social media platforms. We are there, and we thank y'all for rocking with us. This has been another amazing episode of the Can We Talk podcast. Matt, thank you again, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
All right, take care.